girl, I want a thing to be the real G, and its flag is a plus, but let's not be Switzerland. You see, that living is when you put it in drive. Neutral looks leave me feeling, so deprived. Solon says you can't know me by my money. Wealth changes owners often and hard to find that funny. You pretended to be crazy, but it beats the hazy of Hegel blurring lines like someone shady. Friendship can't tell you how to be yourself. You leave me if you pretend to be someone else. Say that no book can begin to teach you about what it means for you to be ya.
Oh, yeah!
While on our way to get some froyo, let's talk about Musashi with his own dojo. He wasn't known to be a samurai who frittered away himself like some other kind of guy. Love only comes from some place deep within. Nomming on spoon-fed mush is no way to begin. When you're the self only you can be, you might feel close to where the scares will be. But it sure beats the sin of drifting through life wondering who you could have been. After the froyo, we should take it to the park. Tell you there about my sensei from France, Joan of Arc. She groaned about all their lying, how they were trying to deceive themselves to avoid them dying. A crisis is not the worst thing that you face. A challenge is a tool in your growth tool case. Instead of waiting for a sign to be you, show the world and the Duke of Anjou. There's nothing like action to speak the truth. What's this I'm seeing all about now? It's season 1 in the streaming can. Somehow it's time to start, not to take a bow. I wish I could study a million heroes here somehow. When your ideals and your ways align, you feel like you have some kind of spine. It's such a rush, girl. I hope you'll soon find you are sitting on an existential gold mine. Large language models can voice the crowds. You can hear eternity speaking in your heart. Somehow you can't hear greatness from all the talk out there. Show me how to be more self-aware.
What?
How can a machine say to me what my dreams shall mean to me? Blowing smoke so passively, trite words spreading massively. Live your life and you will see how no one else is the person you can be. So many angles to be seen by someone famous. Don't you see how this gets contagious? Hearing every word they gotta say. But did you notice we'll reach our end either way? We might not see the Acropolis things far away, but have you seen how God puts the moon on display? If you carry the same divine work inside, the Masons of old couldn't compare if they tried. We spent so many years learning how to read and write, but is this hardworking now? Not today, not tonight. Caesar might have the means to push you off the stage, so are you gonna settle for putting yourself inside a cage? We were made for a higher purpose, and that should spur us to reach for the stars and have heaven guide us. And this should be our degree of success. Even if Musk could make a trip to Mars cost-free, showing up there, I would still be me. Even if you were to change history, girl, I'd rather just have you here by the side of me. You can't escape existential crisis with science fantasy. I like having you close around. I just wish we could try and keep our feet on the ground. The promises of space are far and kinda hazy. I hear someone warning me of going star crazy. Despite his beats, dropping astronomy notes, his focus on authenticity is more than a footnote. Elon says you gotta ride horses to lead the cavalry. People would be better off if that was something they would see. And rather than let the government try and hand you a self, his overtures to freedom and free speech are top shelf. Let's ride to the museum. I'll treat you like my queenin'. I'll tell you all Van Gogh stories that I ever did seen in. He straight owned a sense of self-conceit and humble hands. He struggled to meet up with life's demands. His brush by light and waves no one saw before. It's how the humble find life offers so much more. But his wish to be respected by others he could not withstand. And reaching for the poor, giving them a hand. You'll be acting more like God than anyone in the land. When you give them a lift up, make sure you don't give up. Don't let your cares send you to despair. So let the airs that come from selling out pull out your hairs. Einstein and his physics, he was super busy. His genius take on gravity was making history. But you see his biggest inspiration was Dostoevsky, and higher than any law was all of life's mystery. His views on space-time were originals. He said people should be looked at like individuals. He evaluated by their moral strength. A practice today you will not find in length. A bigger flub than quantum was wasting his voice on that notion that you and I don't have a choice. Girl, our love is epic. We'll work it out. We'll detect it's something when we live it out. Ain't nobody more Mr. Rogers than Mr. Rogers. Spoke at graduations and got so many honors, teaching the kiddies about choices and health. He would have loved his rap song, speaking slowly himself, going on the Tonight Show. That's who he chose to be. He saw that being himself was the high calling it was meant to be. He was sad from being laughed at, but sad no more. He found that inner satisfaction had more in store. There is nobody like you, no one like you, girl. Find that distinctive voice inside you that you can't find in the world. Another subject that I will now discuss is the mystery of how a funeral brings life into focus. The world scratching itches in the hither and thither, but sometimes you find a nin prepared for something greater. Surrounded by a mob and offered the throne, a cloister of saints is what she chose to make her home. Just because a spouse brings problems into your life, it doesn't have to mean your living is full of strife. Girl, let's not let our flaws hold each other down. You're the kind of person I long to keep around. Here in my story, that's what I want to keep you. I found a million ways to fail and then I grew. Truth isn't something that adopts itself into your ways. Seek it out daily and you'll find out how well it pays. People hold such far-flung goals before they fall apart. They'd rather look at galaxies and thoughts in their own heart. Philosophy promises the stars but can't explain itself. A meaningful life is more than it's ever dealt. We are existing people on the earth, you and I, and the choice to love each other can only come from deep inside. Something smells awful out in the state of things. In society, public people blending in Danish kings. You were meant for more than to simply drown. More than the thought of keeping your brother and father around. To know yourself is to know someone well. Self-awareness is the biggest tell. Is this right for us or for the one who listens? Mediocrity is what invites my suspicions. I can't tell you whether life is worth to live in. Decide that question and then the answer you will be given. That's it, every nin. If you want to hear more, then season 2 is on the way. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the other side.